In this video, we will be chatting with Maggie. Maggie's going to start off the Something Sentimental questline, which is the introductory quest to Colossal Problem. And then we're going to head right down into the mines and take on Colossal Problem, considering its release is just around the corner. So let's do that. A quick heads up that there are timestamps on this video, so if you want to skip over some of the story stuff and just see a Colossal Problem, go to the timestamp that suits you. So this all starts in Monongah Mine, alright? You can go to Monongah Mine now freely, whether there's an event or not, but a Colossal Problem starts in Monongah Mine. Whether you're there for whatever reason, there's now this holotape, A Father's Goodbye. You want to pick that up. Now, I was actually here for the event. I completely forgot to listen to it till much later. But you can just come here, pick that up and listen to it at your leisure. In fact, let's listen to it now.
Hey, Mags. Listen. I know I messed up. I never should have came into this mine in the first place. A few supplies ain't worth all this. Don't you for 1 second start thinking that I left you on purpose. And don't be going and blaming yourself either. I can't be there for you anymore. But you're tough. And I know you'll be okay. Never forget your pops loves you more than anything.
And with that done, the miscellaneous that we had completes, and a new miscellaneous comes up saying we need to find someone called Maggie or Mags. So we're going to head to Foundation. And once we arrive, we should have a little marker there on our map. It's just in to the right as you enter Foundation, and here's Maggie, so let's have a chat.
Hey there. The name's Maggie, and I'm looking for someone to head down to Monongah Mine for me. Hetty, only one person ever called me that. I'm guessing you've already been down by Monongah Mine. Didn't my pops leave me something?
Those raiders are just out there, waiting for a
I don't know what to say. It means a lot to hear his voice again. I never thought I would. It makes me wonder, though. Maybe there's something else down in the mine that you can find. If you can find me anything else that belonged to him, I'll pay you whatever I can come up with.
Maybe some extra patrols over there.
Fair enough. What do you want to know? He and some other townsfolk got some liquid courage one night and decided to go up to the mine. I knew that damn bourbon would be the end of him somehow. They kept going on about getting the last of what they could before that Deke Sykes from Hornwright Industrial closed up the mine. Well, that son of a bitch ended up blasting the entrance closed with everyone still inside. This was back in January of '76, after Hornwright cleaned out everything that they could from the mine. So, I'm not delusional. I know he's dead. It's been over 20 years, and if the hunger didn't get him, then I'm sure the radiation did. I hope he didn't suffer too much. You don't think I tried? I clawed at the rubble until my hands bled, and they had to drag me away. They told me that my pops ran off and said the others left Monongah since there was no more work. I think it was some sort of cover-up. They either got paid off by the Hornwrights to keep quiet, or they didn't want to deal with the expenses of a rescue mission.
Make me nervous.
What are you trying to know? Sure, I guess. Yep, born and raised in that dying mining town. I was glad to leave that shithole, especially after what happened to my pops. The town was full of idiots and cowards. They let Hornwright Industrial walk all over them, as if some corporation was really trying to help us out. They let the Hornwrights take everything from us. Our jobs, our resources, hell, even our people.
Those raiders are just out there.
Hornwright Industrial came swooping in like they were our saviors, and gave the town a bunch of money for the mining rights. They took away jobs from the miners thanks to their robots. Took everything they could from the mine, and then left us high and dry. What are you trying to know?
Maybe some extra patrols over there.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what I can. Well, I'm not sure you'll find much more than some dead bodies, but if you happen to come across anything that belonged to my pops, I'd be grateful if you could bring it back to me. In 1907, that mine had one of the worst mining disasters in history. And then almost 2 centuries later, more people get trapped and buried in it. So yeah, don't be too spooked if you see a skeleton or two. The world is littered with dead bodies now. Get used to it. Well, there is one thing. A pocket watch. My pops always carried it on him. If you find it, you'll know it's him. It's engraved and has a photo of us inside, so it should be easy to know it's the right one. What are you trying to know? Okay. Well. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'll give you whatever I can spare. How's it going? You have a chance to make it to Monongah Mine yet? With all those horrible nukes dropping and destroying everything, you'd think one would land near Monongah Mine. I bet a powerful blast like that would knock the rubble out of the way so you could get inside. Yeah, I know she's in town. I've been keeping an eye on her. Shame about her face. I guess the Hornwright's ugliness has finally shown up on the outside. Such as? It was just me and my pops. We didn't need anyone else. I guess now it's just me. What about her? She left us early on. Who knows what got her first? The chems or the bombs? And I guess since everyone has lost someone, we should all just get over it, huh? What are you trying to know? Okay.
If that stupid music in the background drove you crazy, I promise you, you are not alone. That is head-wrecking. Anyway, I got lucky. I was getting ready to launch a nuke, and blow me down, 2 nukes launched within a second or two, within 2 seconds tops of each other. 2 people had the same idea at the same time. It was beautiful. Oh, and I was relieved. There I was, farming for power cores, lead, and water. I'm not doing very good right now when it comes to ammo on the test server. I didn't want to waste anything more than necessary launching the nukes, so thank God someone beat me to it. And what a magnificent sight it was. So, it was time to head down into the mine, and this will be my first time taking on a colossal problem. A lot of people have. You'll find a lot of videos everywhere. I never have. On the private test server, my character has been copied over from my PC character, but my primary character is on my PS4. I don't really have a good build. In fact, you can see I'm level 88 here, but it's not a very well thought out build. I was going for stealth commando, but then I decided to go heavy, and my points are kind of half all over the place now, so I don't output much damage. Thus, I've joined a team. But here's the thing. From reading forums and whatnot, a lot of people were concerned because this is an instanced 8-player encounter, right? And people were like, look, if I play solo, this is not fair because when I go and fight the queen, I can go alone. Other people are there anyway, and it just works. So it turns out it just works here as well. So it seems smart enough. All you need to do if you're on your own and you're not in a team is just go and join the event like you would normally any other event. and it will instance you with 7 other people, if there's 7 other people available, 6 if not, or whatever the case may be. But it's not that you have to take this on your own. You can. I've seen some good builds, actually. Captain Nuba has a great one for Stealth Commando that I'm trying to copy for when it goes live on my PlayStation. But yeah, not something you need to worry about at all. So this is like the waiting area. Now, typically below where it says event a colossal problem, there's a countdown. The problem here is it's already gotten to 0 and nothing's happening. So Hoon here was taking it upon himself to knock the stones down. Good man, Hoon. And in we go. Now, my strategy here. This is what we're going to do. This is what I had in my head. My first time taking it on. This is going to be a brute force strategy. What that means is I have ammo. I have some guns that some long-time viewers have actually donated to me. Thank you, guys. Webb especially, thank you for when I set up the PC account. And I'm just going to throw everything I have at him. The guys around me, they all seem to know more what they're doing than I do. They seem more built for this. They've clearly done it a few times. This being my first. No fancy strategies, no certain builds, no special drugs, special foods, nothing like that. I'm just here to spray and pray. Just keep hitting him as best as I can. It's actually quite a fun encounter, I must say. Unlike a lot of the other encounters, because there's so much going on that you need to keep in mind. This is one of them. I think it's fear. I'm going to call it fear anyway. That can be really annoying. I was hit by that multiple times. Like, I just recover and I try and get back into the fight and I'm running again. And that can be an issue, because if you end up running in the wrong direction, you end up running into an area that's got like an AoE, an area of effect damage. Thingy bob. My words are all over the place right now, but you can end up like running into a pool of corrosion or something like that. And if you're not paying attention to that, you can die pretty quickly. Here we go again. Now I'm running in this rough line, and sometimes you end up running into like a pack of Wendigos. All these Wendigo ads everywhere. It's so much fun. And then you have to make a decision. Will I focus on these goddamn ads, or will I ignore them, take the limited damage that they're doing to me, and turn and continue to output as much damage as I possibly can on Mr. Williams here. So what I decided to in the end is, as much as I possibly could, I would just get back in range and hit him with everything I had. So he's got like 3 heads. One does the scream, and that sends you and anyone within range, within that line of sight, off running. One is corrosive, and I think I forget what the other one is. We've had poison. You've got poison, corrosion. Corrosion eats through the armor. Poison eats through your health as well. And you have this thing which seems kind of funny at first, but when it runs you into enough damage areas, you're like, god damn it. But no, such a fun encounter. There's so much going on. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorite encounters. It is my favorite encounter in its current form. Now, I will say that this is an absolute bullet sponge, or at least it is to me. I didn't have much left coming out of this fight. I certainly didn't have enough to do another. I had to go off lead farming again, and steel farming. I'm on the public test server. I don't have my reserves as I do on the PlayStation. So yeah, massive bullet sponge, but I think rightfully so. In the case that, this is supposed to be a difficult encounter. If you came in and expended 100 bullets, what's the point? To consider, like, I know on my PS4 account, I've spent days just going around farming lead and stuff like that and converting them into the bullets for my guns and storing them away. Alright, now what's the point in me doing that if I'm not going to use them? So I consider, this encounter justifies my time investment. The fact that I've got so many bullets ready to go for this. This is what I've been saving up for, a difficult encounter like this. I haven't seen the loot table for this yet. I hope it justifies. I really, really hope it justifies the expenditure of resources here. If there's some stuff on the loot table, I don't care how rare it is. I don't care if I have to fight him like 50, 60, 100 times to try and get it, so long as there's something good to aim towards. If it's just nonsense, if it's just the same nonsense that I can get from any other encounter, then why would I come here and expend a lot of resources for minimum payout when I could just do it elsewhere? Now, of course, to answer my own question, why would I come here? Because it's fun. This is a fun encounter. It's you can have a lot of fun here, especially dealing with the ads. Once we all get comfortable with this encounter, once proper strategies are formed, we'll be knocking them down fairly easy. And as we do that, you know, a lot of the encounter will be more about farming ads and whatnot, because they seem to come quite consistently in waves, and there's some good XP off those, as well as they also seem to drop the same ammunition that you're using, quite handy as well, and of course all the goodies and junk that you typically get from Wendigo. So a great farming spot for sure. I'm just hoping that the rewards are worth it. So one of the rewards I got so far is you've already seen it on the waiting screen, is the rug, which is quite cool. Now I'm hoping that that's pretty much all they've given us on the private test server. I say that because I've since killed, although this is my first encounter with him, I've since killed him a few times and I keep getting the same rug. So I think that the loot pool, at least in the PTS, is not the final loot pool. I think perhaps there's some more stuff coming, or rather I hope there's some more stuff coming. The loot pool is probably out there already. I'm guessing someone's data mined it. The current one in the PTS, which as I said is probably not the final one, but I'm still going to see if I can find that and have a look. If it's something you're already aware of or you've seen it, if you could pop that in the comments, it would be greatly appreciated. What's really funny about this is, after we kill him here in a second, I completely forgot to loot him. I got so, because this is my first time here and this writing comes up, the mine is about to collapse, escape now. I'm like, oh okay, and I'm just gone. I was like, do I have time? And it says you've got 1 minute 46 seconds to escape, and I'm thinking, how long does it take to get out? Is that good? Can I mess around for a minute and get out in 40 seconds? I didn't know, but there's time. It actually turns out there is time to mess about. But I guess my whole running commentary here, and the whole point I just want to make is, if you're nervous, if you're the kind of player who's a solo player and you're a little nervous about this event, don't be. Just jump in. It is just a blast. And to prep, I would spend all day Monday and Tuesday, as long as you can, making sure that your guns are repaired, the guns that you intend to use. Your build is as efficient as it can be, and more importantly, ammo. If you've been hoarding lead and steel and gunpowder, or cloth and acid to make gunpowder, now is the time to start crafting. Get that stuff ready. And nuclear keycards. Get nuclear keycards, because if you're on a server and there's no nukes going, you want to be launching those nukes. People are going to jump into the event regardless. It's a new event. It's going to keep going. In fact, I would imagine there will be nukes everywhere anyway. But just in case you happen to be on the server where everyone is sitting around waiting for someone else to launch it, be that person. Launch the nukes. Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say on that. So when you get to the top here, there is a steamer trunk I was just examining there a second ago. There's a few goodies in there, which is nice. And I'm just having a quick look around here. There's not much else going on. So we pretty much leave the mine. I've got 10 seconds left, but I think once you're up here, the top section, searching, I think you're safe here. You're safe from the collapse. It will just kick you out. I'm going to try, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to stay in the mine and see what happens. I'm not going to go to the top, and just see if it auto boots you, or if, yeah, what could happen? Like, you die, you respawn, you lose your junk, right? I don't know. We'll check it out and we'll see. So, cool encounter. Really like it. There's so much more. I will talk about this event on a separate video, because there's so much more I think can be done with this, but that's a whole different conversation. So, pushing on. To conclude, something sentimental, which remember is just an introductory quest to show you how to start the event. Let's go chat with Maggie one last time.
I saw a blast go down near Mananga. What'd you find?
Aren't you tired of being a war, Chelsea? Nah, dunno. This bad boy is suburban. What can I want?
That's probably for the best. Guess he must have got buried somewhere in the mine then. I just hope he didn't suffer. Maybe he left it out in the hopes that I would find it one day. To be able to have a piece of him with me, always. Thank you for doing this for me. I won't forget it.
And that's it. You've done it. You've completed something sentimental, and you've gotten pretty much nothing for your effort in terms of the quest, but plenty for your effort in completing a colossal problem, which you will do multiple times, I have no doubt. Anyway, I hope this video proved something useful or entertaining. Look, if you like the video, please do take a moment to hit the like button and like the video. While a small act to you, it means the world to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, consider a subscription. And until next time, take it easy. All the best.